Hey fellow YouTubers, this is N0AGI. Hey, this is a um, kind of an update video. Um, I did not take this decision lightly. I'm a huge Harley fan, and I really like the motorcycles. I like the iconic figure that it represents, and also the fact that it's American made is all very important to me. Um, I've really enjoyed riding my Harley 48. I mean, I spent a ton of energy, you know, let alone the financial side, but just the personal attachment to the Harley 48 was immense, and I spent a ton of energy and focus on purchasing that when I did, and really enjoyed it. Fantastic bike for street riding and inner roads, city riding. I think, to be honest, it would be the perfect bike. Lately, I've noticed that um, the 48s are, while they are fantastic for inner roads and city riding, they're not really meant for freeway commute style riders. Primarily because one, um, they don't have the sufficient power uh, to be performant on a freeway, meaning given that it comes with 5-speed um, gear, and you could reach 65, maybe 70 miles per hour speeds at a decent pickup rate without too much difficulty. But once you reach that speed, I've noticed the motorcycle um, lends itself with um, a challenge for the rider. You're constantly, number one, having to battle uh, the wind um, coming into the motorcycle, not only onto the rider, that's a different story, but onto the motorcycle. Because the motorcycle is balanced with some top heaviness, it's been a constant struggle to keep the bike um, stabilized on the road. So there's definitely some getting used to riding it on a freeway with a constant struggle to keep it up and running without too much wind buffeting and such. Um, and given it's a top heavy bike, that added to the challenge quite a bit. Agreed, it's not too heavy of a bike. I think it's 500 plus pounds, and not enough power, and not enough torque. I think they all can add it to that challenge. So it really hurt me to even think about trading that bike in and looking at other motorcycles. I test rode a few. I test rode the Indian Scout Bobber, the 60, as well as there was a store here that had the Harley Fat Bob, really liked the motorcycle, but it was an older version, an older model with a few miles, and the price wasn't right. But the Indian Scout was also good, but it had some quality challenges that I learned from various reviews and YouTube videos and such. So I did some research before making this tough decision. At least for me it was, because I really enjoyed. I built a personal attachment to my Harley 48. It was really painful to make this decision and pull the plug. So I finally landed on Triumph Bobber Black. What you're seeing in front of you is the Bobber Black 2020 model. The color theme on this is the ironstone. I looked for the Bobber Black full black matte. What I understand is they don't make a full black matte finish for 2020. But I do like this color. It's got some that military theme to it. But more importantly, I think this bike performs really well. It's got a beautiful pickup, high torque, well balanced, and rides really well on freeways. I test rode this a few times. After the purchase, I rode it on freeway a few times, and it really performs well. So I think this kind of gets me to where I want to be, both for city inner roads riding, good pickup, good torque, well balanced, and more importantly, performs well on freeways. So super glad and happy to present this bike here in this video. I really like the bike. I really built a bond with this as I rode a few times. I'm not going to go into technical details here in this video, but I wanted to at least bring this up to the channel, so those who reach out to me through private messages and such, just want to make sure that this is shared. So that's the at a high level, and I'll do another video with some technical specs as I see it. There's tons of videos out there that cover the technical specs and such, but I will do my version of it from my point of view in a later video. At a high level, it comes with I really like the way it sits. Again, just like with Harley 48, the way this sits is really compelling to me. The two fat tires, front and rear, are important to me. The Bobber, the non-black model, the front tire is much skinnier, and that model only comes with a single plate caliper brake system. This one comes with two. This has cruise control, ABS, Brembo brakes, LED lighting system. So definitely quite a few upgrades compared to the standard Bobber. One downside to me, at least, is that this is not American made, which bothers me. That I was deeply passionate about my 48, given it is all American made. Of course, I'm sure there's some parts in there from other countries and such, but predominantly it's an American brand. But one thing that bothers me about this is that it's not an American brand. I guess that's okay. If I were to look at this as a bike that I will continue to like and build on. I can see that. I can see this bike being my preferred favorite bikes because it does check box a lot of these aspirations slash expectations in a bike for me. So super glad that we landed on this and was able to purchase this recently. So that's a new update from my side. I'll be doing some ride along videos, but I'm super glad and thankful to God Almighty that we have this opportunity to own this bike and be able to ride this with some added bells and whistles and technology um, features in this bike that did not exist in the previous bike. I think it definitely is a great advantage for me. So let me quickly do a quick walkthrough and I'll close off this video and I'll do another one with some detailed specs from my point of view with a ride along. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk soon, and God bless.